stacked on top of one another, right? We worked on opening her sacral mass. So sacral mass is completely zipped up. That looks great. Now her tendency, which she knows, is to have a little bit of that popping in the rib mass. So the lower back is not, the lower back is a little bit lordotic. So her mass is not sitting down like for you or for you. You know what I mean? Or for you. If I would work with getting this strength through her belly, what's happening to her shoulders? They're coming up. So I don't want to be doing anything with her front body before I let her back body yield. So what I need is to support her head. And we'll see if she needs it. Just let go. Just let go completely. So this way, it's the scapula in the middle of the scapula, so her lower tip of the scapula is on the bolster, and she's opening her pectorals, right? So allowing her shoulders to drop down, and then eventually later on we'll work on strengthening this part. So she's going to completely lengthen this area, the heart area, and allow this second mass to go down. You see that? This is total individual adjustment for Christine, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody else might need 5 blocks over here and total different positioning, but you work with principles, you work with your masses, and you know where they need to be. Mm-hmm. So in this pose, with time, she will completely lengthen through here, and then we'll later on easily work on strengthening through here.
Is that why back bend is really my least favorite?
Back bend, that's exactly what it is.
Pose.
Yes.
It's my least favorite pose.
Who?
Back bend
Whose?
is my least favorite
Yeah,
pose
that's
because I
why.
feel awkward and
Feel awkward, and it's going more into your lumbar.
Yeah.
It's not going into, so your lumbar is asked to do more of what it's made for.
Mm-hmm.
And thoracic is, why? Because your thoracic is doing less than it can.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very often happening for people.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, they're not mobilizing their thorax.
Mm-hmm.
They're mobilizing their lumbar instead.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the twist, you see people twisting with their lumbar.
Mm-hmm.
Not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're twisting with your thorax, and your lumbar should be stabilized with the pelvis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. So this is going to be your favorite posture. No, seriously, back bends are fun if we have this integration of the core. And what is this in the anatomy train? Deep front line, zipped up, connected into your tongue all the way through. So your midline is supported, and then you can work on opening the rest, right? Because your deep front line is the number one. Your core is the number one thing you need to attend. Once this is woken up, and your deep front line cannot be attended, this is important, your deep front line, your core line, cannot be attended unless you release your back line. You cannot find your deep front line if your back line is tight. Good luck. Not able to. So that's why we keep working with the back body, molding and molding and molding the back body. And once you yield in the 3 masses, then you can do. Why? Because stability always comes before the mobility. Mm-hmm. You can't be mobile before you feel stable. And our back body is the key. So here she can be in this position for a long time.
How do you feel?
Pardon?
In one word, no.
And you see how her shoulders were yielding. Her shoulders
How
were
do you
really
feel?
yielding. And if she's aware of her breath, and her breath is not going up as maybe her pattern will be, but she's more bringing the stream down and the stream up, and this opens the navel radiating breath, then her breath is helping her to release this whole area. That's why we always start with breath. We work with breath, with bones, to create integrity, which means stability, and then later on we work on stretching, which is more tension, right? So then we create balance between stability and tension. Lovely. Okay, let's